I normally get my medical exams done in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, but I'm here in Da Nang and it's time for my well woman exam, and I thought, why not do it here? I am going to take you along for my appointment with Vinmec International Hospital and see how it goes. I'm Sean, Queen of DC, full-time solo traveler. On this channel, I post my travel tips and adventures from around the world. If that's your vibe, subscribe. Since I was here, I said, let me make my appointment. I've only heard great things about their medical center and their hospitals, so why not do my exam here? I thought about that on a Friday, okay? I reached out to them about 4:30 p.m. I went online. They have all the information online. Like most hospitals, international hospitals, have the information online. You can go on there and make appointments. What I did was I downloaded the app. They have a customer service section where you can also submit your information. I initially used my U.S. phone number to submit my information, but it wouldn't go through. So I couldn't get the code to confirm my information. I have a Vietnam phone number. Put my Vietnam phone number in there and it went through, and I was able to book my appointment, and it only had morning and afternoon, so I didn't know what time. It came back with the 8 a.m. time. Child, we're not doing no 8 a.m. appointments. We're not doing it. I can't make it. So what I did, they have a button for you to reschedule. I decided to reschedule. I picked another time. The system said, someone will call you to confirm your appointment about rescheduling. On their customer service section of their website, I input my Vietnam phone number and it went through, just inquiring about information. I wanted to make sure two ways for them to get in contact with me if one didn't work. 10 minutes later, the lady called from the hospital and said, this is regarding your appointment that you would like to reschedule. I said, yes. We rescheduled the appointment. I asked how much, and I don't know, I was in a coffee shop. It was quiet the whole time, and they started grinding when she was telling me how much, so I don't even know how much it is. But I know it should be reasonable price because I did some research at another hospital, and I'll show you that later, but it was reasonable. I said, so this should be the same. I made my appointment from the app, so I went back to the app to see if it was updated. Within 5 minutes, it was updated to a 10 a.m. appointment. Very efficient. The lady who called, she spoke English, no issues. And for them not to receive your international number, it must be the system, because the same thing happens to me in Malaysia. I have to use a Malaysian phone number to make an appointment. But they also have excellent customer service, so I can go through WhatsApp or their customer service online and make an appointment as well. And today I received a confirmation for the online form that I submitted, telling me this is what you do if you need an appointment. And they did mention 690,000 Vietnamese dong. The service fee is 690,000 Vietnamese dong, which is about $24. I'm sure there's an additional cost for the exam. I did all of this on a Friday afternoon after hours for an appointment on Tuesday. I'm all set, and we're gonna check it out and see how this goes. Vinmec is 15 minutes away from me in the Hai Chow district. All right, y'all, I'm here at Vinmec Hospital to get my first gynecologist exam in Da Nang, Vietnam. We're gonna see how this goes. Vinmec is a private hospital with locations in Da Nang, Hanoi, and Ho Chi Minh City, serving both Vietnamese locals and foreigners. The hospital is modern, clean, and have advanced technology with staff who speak English, making it easy for travelers or expats. A very nice facility. It does not smell. Check in at reception. They ask you for your passport, which I did not forget. I almost forgot my passport. I had to run back and get it. They ask if this is your first time here. Yes, it's my first time. Whether I'll be paying by insurance. Then they give you a folder. I won't turn it around, might have my information on it. But they give you a folder, and then I'm headed up to my appointment upstairs. I was recognized by a gentleman who watches my video. Hello, sir. I hope all goes well with you, too. This hospital is just like Vietnam, noisy. I don't think you can escape that in Vietnam. It's just noisy. They just took my weight, my height, and my blood pressure. And my weight is not as bad as I thought. I could do better, but now I'm waiting to see the doctor. I'm next to pediatrics, so you're gonna hear the screaming babies. I'm not going to take you into the exam room. It's a small hospital room. The doctor's office area is the same room, separated from the exam table by a curtain. She didn't do a breast exam like in my normal standard checkup. It was just a pap smear. Not my usual fancy office setup, but it was clean and the doctor was gentle. I had my exam. The doctor goes over all the details with you in terms of the exam and the price. Once you confirm the price, she proceeds with the exam. It was a standard exam with the pap smear, and her assistant is there with her. Once that's finished, they give you the paperwork to pay the cashier because I need an ultrasound. Once I pay the cashier, they ask you if you're paying by insurance. They ask you during intake as well. I'm paying out of pocket. Now I'm waiting on my sonogram. This is Vietnam. It does not matter where you are. The hospitals are even noisy, and so that's a big difference I noticed. The U.S. hospitals and Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia medical center hospitals, they are quiet, they are not loud. But this is Vietnam, period. My doctor spoke English well enough. I didn't need a translator, and she said it would take too long for one. Today, in terms of their availability, my appointment was smooth, and I must say, everyone here has been very nice, hospitable, the Vietnamese way. If I look lost, they would ask me if I needed help or guide me to the proper place, but everyone has been very nice. I got my ultrasound and that went well. The gentleman was really nice. He said, "Where are you from?" He did speak in his language, of course, to his assistant, and I'm like, "What's going on now? What's up? What's up? What's up there? What you see? What you see?" But my doctor came in and was looking at the results and assured me everything was okay. I waited maybe about 10 minutes for the results, which I get to take home with me today. So I do have my ultrasound results. Of course, with the pap smear, that takes a couple of days. They'll load that into the system and email me a copy of my pap smear results. But what she did tell me, for some reason, they cannot take Yahoo email addresses. So I had to give a Gmail address or I guess a business address, but they cannot use Yahoo because I'm in a hospital. So the rooms are just basic exam rooms. They're not like doctor office rooms or big medical facility type decor. It's a basic exam room. I mentioned this earlier because scents are important. I'm sensitive to scents, and nobody wants to go into a stinky hospital or one with a stench. It smells fresh here. Even the bathrooms smell fresh. That is a positive for me. My appointment was at 10 o'clock. I arrived a little bit earlier, was processed. I came up a little bit before 10. I got to see the doctor and do my exam. Not a long wait at all. Once that happened, I went to go pay. The longest wait was waiting on the ultrasound, and that was only about 20 minutes. Honey, the pregnant women were lined up. I waited on my ultrasound results, so I finished around 11 o'clock, 11:15, which was about an hour, 15 minutes. Good timing. Dun, 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 dun. Drum roll for the total price. I'll be reading it off the sheet. My labs for my pap smear was 1,100,000 Vietnamese dong, which is $42. The radiology for my ultrasound was 847,000 Vietnamese dong, which is $32. and the OBGYN consultation service fee was 690,000 Vietnamese dong, which is about $24. Total, I paid 2,637,000 Vietnamese dong, which is $100.47. Is that expensive? I know radiology in the States, honey. You're not paying, it's not gonna be no $32, nothing for no ultrasound. And I always had insurance, so I didn't have to pay those costs. But I know for a fact radiology is expensive in the USA. The other portions of the exam as well, especially the doctor's consultation fee. So I would say $100. I'm okay with that price. Compared to Vietnam's cost of living and what I usually pay, $100 for this service seems high, but it's medical care. I'm a foreigner, and this is a private hospital. When you break it down, the prices seem reasonable, and I don't expect to pay the same as locals for certain services. But I know in Malaysia, I've never paid $100 for medical services unless I got the full comprehensive health exam, which was $490, and that included everything. But my other services and medical doctors, I've never paid more than $40, which is good. I'm pleased with the quality and affordable healthcare services I received at Vinmec Da Nang International Hospital, and will recommend it. The service was excellent. I love the customer service, the bedside manners, just excellent, the Vietnamese way, and I would recommend. Ladies around the world, US, international, what is your cost for your labs, your pap smear, your mammogram? Let me know in the comments. And if anyone else has experienced Vinmec or medical facilities or hospitals or clinics in Vietnam, let me know which ones in your experience and what your costs have been. I did inquire about the cost of a mammogram, and she quoted me around $2 million, which is $100. I am going to do some more research and see how much a mammogram costs in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. I did speak with the International Clinic Family Hospital in Da Nang. They sent me a quote as well, and I'll show you that information. Here's a quote from International Clinic Family Hospital in Da Nang. For a gynecologist consultation, it's 450,000 Vietnamese dong, which is 240,000 Vietnamese dong less than Vinmec. The pap smear costs 981,000 Vietnamese dong. That's 119,000 Vietnamese dong less than Vinmec. They don't include the ultrasound, which I needed. I'm guessing the total service cost at Family Hospital would be around $75 to $80 for pap smear and ultrasound. That would be around $20 to $25 less than what I paid at Vinmec. Now for a mammogram, you can see the consultation and exam cost at Family Clinic is significantly less than what I was quoted at Vinmec. At Vinmec, the doctor quoted me the same price as a pap smear and ultrasound combined. So if you're looking for a more affordable option, Family Clinic could be a good choice for a mammogram. Oh, the hospital is quiet now. This is how it's supposed to sound in a hospital. Peaceful, quiet. I must have been here during the peak time in the morning, but yeah, I like this vibe. I have to share this story. I went to get my pap smear today, and I love my grandmother, my nanny. I miss her every single day, and I think of all our sweet memories together, the funny things we would laugh about, and the things she would say and what she would impart. And while I was sitting in the doctor's office, I just started laughing because when I was younger, I had to be about 5 years old because that's my memory. I remember it like yesterday. My grandmother was giving me a bath. My mom, she worked at the police department. And so my mom always taught me the proper words for my body parts. It's your breast, it's your vagina. And she always imparted, no one should ever touch you. Let me know, these are your private parts that nobody should touch. So always let me know. Well, my grandmother giving me a bath. And my grandmother would always say, "Did you wash your push tush listen dumpling?" And I was like, "Nanny, this is my vagina. Yeah, I washed my vagina." And my grandmother looked and she just started laughing. And I started laughing. And she never let me live that down. I mean, throughout her 104 years of living, she would say, "You remember when you said, 'Mammy, I washed my vagina'?" And I thought, the sweet memories that come about when you're in the doctor's office, no matter where you are, they're so fitting. I never thought I would tell this story on video, but it's just one of those sweet memories. And I love my nanny. I miss her very much. If you've gained value from this video, be sure to subscribe, like, and share. Leave me a comment below about your healthcare services, whether in the U.S. or abroad. Where do you recommend for quality, affordable healthcare? And share this video with others to let them know that there is affordable healthcare in other parts of the world and they have access to it. People just don't know. All right, y'all. Until next time. Peace.